broadcast network, AFTERBUZZ TV. Over 20 million weekly downloads in over 150 countries, and your number one source for after-show entertainment. AFTERBUZZ TV, the destination for TV superfans. Producing aftershows for over 300 of your favorite TV shows. Interviewing celebrities and showrunners. And bringing you behind-the-scenes exclusives. All thanks to E! Entertainment's Maria Menounos, producer Kevin Undergaro, and internet leader Akamai. Now, let the buzz begin!
Hello,
There it is.
There it is. Hello and welcome to AFTERBUZZ TV's recap of the hit TBS sitcom Clipped. We are now season 1, episode 9, Free Wednesday, and we'll get to what that means in a little bit. I am your host, one of your hosts, Mark J Freeman, and I am joined by the lovely, exciting, and curvaceous.
Well, thank you, Mark. I appreciate that intro. Cameron Lewis, Jordana Morfin. Jordana.
You keep cutting me off.
I know, it's the thing now.
Yeah, Jordana Morfin, vivacious, yeah.
The curvaceous was for you, Cam.
Thank you, I appreciate that.
And I know what you all are here for. You're not here for me, Cam, or Jordana.
No.
You're here for the day that I've been waiting for. This is the pre-show to the spin-off, The Doyle Sisters.
There it is. There it is.
So
We have
This is
with
the
us,
biggest moment of Mark's life.
and this is so exciting. You don't even understand. I'm like starting to shake now. It's all becoming real. We have with us Dana Powell, Crista Flanagan, and Lisa Schurga.
Oh dear God!
Did I
we
say-
should have discussed
Did I
this
say-
ahead of time. No.
No, I said it wrong.
Schurga.
Schurga. Sorry, Schurga. I meant to ask you too beforehand. Sorry.
Okay. It's German. It's confusing.
Okay. My husband will say it for you perfectly, I'm sure. He's German.
All right, there you go.
All right, guys, so let's get into this episode. And it was one of my favorites, mostly because the Doyles were in it.
Oh, yeah.
And I don't know if any of you have ever seen any of our shows here at AFTERBUZZ for Clipped. I do get very, very angry when the Doyles are not in an episode.
Thanks, so nice. Thank you.
He calls TBS.
Oh my God.
Good.
I hope.
Before.
Well, it was funny because the first time that you weren't on, we were all talking about it. It was like a great episode. We're like, we love it.
Yeah.
And at the very end of it, I was like, but there was a big problem. And they were like, what? What's wrong? Like, they really thought, and I was like, there were no Doyles. It's very upsetting. Very upsetting.
Thank you.
So I was very happy to see you in this episode.
Thank you.
And you guys have some fireworks in your bathroom,
Yes.
which makes me love the Doyles even more.
Yeah. Dum-dum here.
Whatever.
So it is pretty safe to say that Rhonda's the dumb Doyle.
Yeah.
Or is it like, or it could be like Rose on Golden Girls. She's just very naive.
I think
Very
she's
innocent.
And she's the virgin.
That's right. And you should know that she created that.
Yeah.
That was not written for her.
The virgin?
Nice.
The naive.
Okay, gotcha.
That was something that
So you
happened
brought that.
in the audition
In the
process
auditions.
that happened.
Well, in the original script, it said that we keep arguing.
Uh-huh.
And I thought, well, why the hell are we arguing?
So she just started being dumb about it.
And I thought, if I'm an idiot and I keep saying dumb things, they're going to be real mad.
Yeah. Now, did any of you read for the others?
Yes, we all read
we
for
all
every
did.
one of them.
Wow.
But the four of us Doyles went in together.
Yeah.
Oh,
We
wow.
sort of like created our own dynamic together in the
That's
audition.
fantastic.
And once they paired us up, well, whatever that is when there's 4 people,
Yeah.
a pair is 2.
Yeah.
They quadded us.
Quadded us.
Once
Quadded
they
us
quadded
up.
us,
Yeah.
then it was really, they were like, okay, now let's figure out who's who.
Yeah.
Gotcha. All right. That's exciting.
Yeah, it was very fun.
We'll get more into that.
Okay.
Deep dark secrets of Clipped in a little bit. Let's talk about this episode. So
Okay.
it was funny because I tend to talk about the teaser first, not just because it's first, but because something usually happens. And it happened, and I was just kind of like, there's got to be something more to this this later because I didn't really get why this baseball ticket thing happened. Why? I mean, I get why it happened. I'm not dumb, but it just didn't kind of like, it just didn't click for me yet. Yeah. But then let's just talk about Drunk Joy for a hot second.
I loved Drunk Joy.
She was great.
By the way, what was she drinking? What did she say she was drinking?
Frangelico.
What is that?
Oh, it's awful. It's like you wouldn't drink it alone.
It's a nutty liqueur. As a bartender for 18 years, it's a nutty liqueur.
Nutty.
It's like hazelnut liqueur. Yeah. It's not. It's like something it's not. The joke was that it's a liqueur. Like you don't really drink it by itself.
Drink it on
you
its
mix
own.
it with things. Yeah. So the fact that she was drinking it by itself tells
like
you a little bit about Joy.
Doyle sister.
And when she
Frangelica Doyle, I thought.
Sure.
When she was. When Matt said something like, but it's not even noon, and she's like, oh my god, you said noon backwards. And she said, wow. And I said wow backwards. I literally had to pause and laugh and take a moment and write it down and then go back.
Good.
Yes. And then we got a little bit of the Doyles at the beginning. We had just the two of you, so you were later. You were there later.
I was there later. Mm-hmm.
You weren't in another chair. There was just the two of you in there.
It was just the two of them. Yeah. They were. Yeah.
And that's when we found out about the uncle's illegal fireworks that you stored in the bathroom.
Why not?
Because that's what the Doyles do.
That's
right.
Yeah.
That's what the Doyles do. I loved how it all kind of unfolded with that. You know, because at first I was like, okay, that's kind of random. And I should just start to trust Clipped that I should just sit back and enjoy the ride, that it's all going to make sense when it's all said and done.
Definitely.
When they asked Charmaine.
Oh, yeah.
That was too funny.
And then you said... We're like, Charmaine...
You can't get through it.
We want to ask you to help us get rid of She's like, it's not what you think. She's asking.
What's wrong with that?
Just real dumb.
I love that we make it like it's your fault.
So
like it wasn't written for you. You just said that.
Now, do they let you guys play a little bit with the lines? Or?
A little bit,
sometimes.
Yeah, I mean, they're so quick.
She's like,
brilliant.
No, I mean,
read what they write.
That's mostly. I mean, they are. They're kind of brilliant, the writers.
Yeah.
And you know that once you say it once, they're going to take a second and come give you something else.
Right.
Mm-hmm. So you don't play too much because you know something's coming your way that's going to top anything you could probably think.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
The things that they let us play with, I think, are like those Doyle moments where we're all talking over each other.
Yes, we do that on our
and we
own.
get to say kind of whatever we want. Usually that she's stupid or something. So those are or like the dancing. Some Elisa Schurga's dancing as all
Yeah, so all the Doyle-ish stuff we used to do. Yeah, and they want that. They want be Doyles.
Yeah.
Just be Doyles.
On behalf of people watching, we want that too.
Absolutely.
Yes. And I loved when Rita, who unfortunately isn't here with us today. Well, we're just going to blackball her from AfterBuzz.
Yeah, sure.
Sorry, had your chance. She went, and during the funeral later when she comes in and had to go. Okay, and I got to read it because I wrote it down. Hold on. This is all I do is I rewrite your script basically every day.
hilarious.
It would be easier if they would just send those over so I can just highlight so I don't have to write everything down. Now, where did it go? I'm not going to be... Oh, Doyle funeral. There it is. The house rule. Do we remember the house rule?
Who drops one down the hatch
is the one who lights the match.
Yes.
So good. I love how that paid off too.
It's so paid off. I mean, that was what it was set up for. Like, all the confusion in my head when that happened, I was like, and that's it. That's why they were talking
The
about
best part
it.
about that is though it wasn't just to set up for the sake of setup. Like the setup itself was a joke, and then there was another joke, and then there was a joke on top of the joke.
Yeah.
It's so good.
Brilliant.
Layered.
Yeah,
Brilliant.
they're good.
Layered
So good.
comedy.
Brilliant. All right, and so then one of the other storylines was Joy. Well, the reason she was drunk is that her marriage is crumbling, and
Is it mean to say I was happy about that?
No, I was so
It's exciting.
Everybody's rooting for
Everybody
that,
wants it
right?
to
That's what you
crumble.
want.
Yeah.
I was so happy.
Yeah.
and I just the more I see her and Mo together,
Yes.
my heart just melts every time. They're just so friggin' cute together.
They were
Yeah.
cute together.
It's ridiculous.
What a good match.
Yeah.
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 And he's such a good guy. He's like, no, you gotta make this work. Like,
Yeah, I love that every time like you can tell that it's like he's just mustering up everything he can to be like, it's gonna work out.
Yeah.
It's gonna be
Just trying to do the right thing.
Yeah. Yeah, totally.
I loved the crying scene between the two of them.
I totally. Yeah.
yeah, so
It was
good.
so much fun.
Yeah.
It was so much fun.
And it was good from the moment they were doing
Yeah, the
it.
first
Yeah.
time they did it, it was
Yeah.
The first time they
Yeah.
were reading it, we were all like, it was already great.
Yeah.
That's great. Yeah, no, it's everything. I mean, just their whole. And then at the end when they come out at the very like the little end tag.
Oh, when he announces.
comes out and he's like, Joy has something to say.
yeah.
and she says, I'm having a baby.
Right.
Like over top, and she's like, he's getting a divorce.
Yeah.
So good.
Right.
It was just so great. Like I love. I mean, we said this when we first started watching that. Even though there's so many characters, so quickly you just they're so distinct and like memorable that you don't have any problem remembering who's who and
names, yeah.
the names. You guys took a little while because of all the red hair.
There's 4 of us.
I had to really sit
and we're all
one day.
R's.
And it's all our
Yeah.
names.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So other than that, I mean, but we all knew the Doyle sisters. So that's saying. But I do think we're gonna, and we've been saying this. We want the Doyles more. We want more, like with Rita, with the episode with Rita and Ben.
right.
Oh, the
We're
girl
like,
below.
Yeah,
Love that
I think
episode.
Ben needs to go through each Doyle sister.
Sure.
I think it's going to happen.
I think so
so,
too.
too.
I think you guys are here to stay. I had it my way.
I hope you do.
I hope so too. And then the other, okay. I can't even with, Ben is killing me. He's killing me softly.
He's the
every
worst. I love
episode.
him. In the best way. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a good episode.
It was a good episode. I
for
really
Ryan
liked.
Pinkston.
Yeah.
Every episode that we see him in the beginning, it's something. He has to do something with money,
Yeah.
And then here we go
Always the money.
with the baseball game, and he's like, "Well, you can pay for the beer," or what other something else he says.
Okay, well,
If you catch the ball, you're
gotta
gonna give it to me.
Yeah.
Right.
You can never win with Ben.
No.
No.
And I'm just going to put this out there to Ryan, from me to you. You need to just take this episode and snip everything else out except for you, and you got your Emmy reel, girl. You got this. You got this. Oh. He was so on. So on.
good.
Okay, and let's talk about, okay. There are 2 things with this. When I want to do one. I'm going out of order on for a reason because the one is I'm gonna have a hard time getting through. When he comes back from seeing his mom, and he's like, my mom doesn't know any other son who would do that for their mother. And Buzzy says, how about Oedipus?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, and I work at Odyssey Theater, and we just closed Oedipus Machina. So I just saw it. So when he said, I literally, again, I had to pause because I was missing dialogue because I was laughing so hard. I couldn't. I was just like,
Yeah. His
we went for
relationship.
Oedipus.
Yeah.
We went for Oedipus.
His relationship with his mom is pretty.
Yeah.
It's
pretty
pretty
tight.
Right.
Hysterical.
Yeah.
And when he came out, okay, I can't even tell you. When he came out and said he was going to lunch, I'm surprising her with an open heart necklace from the Jane Seymour.
That's right.
Yeah.
That always, from the table read on, that killed me. Killed me.
Yeah.
I literally sat there and I paused because I was laughing, and then I literally said out loud to myself, because I watch it alone because they ditch me. Whoa! I think because they're afraid that I'm going to laugh over everything and they're never going to hear.
Exactly.
I literally said out loud, "Thank you for somebody using that as a joke." Like it was just like
I know.
every time I see those commercials, I'm just like, "Okay, yeah, I got it."
Yeah.
And I think we have to give, if we're going to start doing a quote of the week, it actually has to go to Danny's response to that, which was. Every creep begins with K.
So good.
Yeah.
I can't. It was literally nonstop. The whole thing was. I mean, literally, that's all I do is I just write down the script because it's so. I can't.
The big one for me this week had to do with the teacher.
Yeah.
The teacher, the fact that this guy says ahem, no way that tickled me quite the way that it did, and then that's the whole reason Ben recognizes who it is after the towel on his face, because he just says ahem, and then he's like,
Yeah.
it's so good.
There was something else here I just saw.
That whole storyline with the teacher was so
good,
freaking funny.
Which is like, and there's a lot. So I'm guessing that Max and David watch Game of Thrones. Quite a few Game of Thrones references, and they made a game. And I don't watch Game of Thrones, and this one wasn't. I'm assuming there's little people on Game of Thrones.
One at least.
At least one.
Peter Dinklage.
At least one, because he said that you're just. Did he flunk you? Or does he just
or does he just not like you on Game of Thrones? So funny.
I can't.
I love, and Ryan's such a good sport about all that.
Such a good sport
Because
about
every joke.
Every joke.
Yeah.
And he's
We make
like,
fun of your
okay.
size.
It's
great.
He's such a good sport about it too. It's like great. It's great. And then the very very end when they talk about the marriage being over and Mo's there, and then you hear which I wrote down actually. We need the Doyle's voices from the apartment.
Yeah.
Like I hope that happens more often.
Just poking out that.
Because there's so much
funny.
dialogue up there. Like more of that. More of that stuff coming out inappropriately. It's kind of like Lonnie does, where she just yells stuff out inappropriately. Which, by the way, let's talk about him tickling the car.
Oh my god.
We had to stop.
And the fact that he didn't even go to the school.
No.
He didn't know that teacher.
No.
Doesn't know that guy.
I get the sense he had just never seen a dead body. It was like, I want to really get an idea what
I gotta
this is
touch
like.
that.
Yeah,
I don't know
gotta
what
touch
cracks
it.
me up most about Lonnie, but I think it might be the hair. Like the fact that the hair is just so insane. It looks like he just touched something with a lot of static electricity.
Right.
And then he's
And it just
tickling
went
the
straight
corpse.
up.
Well, I knew there was the scene when Ben brought the bagels in and he was talking to Buzzy about the bagels and how he didn't care about the teacher dying, and you can see Lonnie cleaning the window behind. So I was just like, okay, something's gonna happen.
He's gonna be involved.
I get you, TV. I know how this works. I know you're showing me that for a reason. So yeah, that was great. And then the other thing I was gonna mention too was when at the beginning when Joy was talking to Mo.
Yeah.
And they had the interaction with the noon and wow.
Yeah, noon and wow.
But when she came over and she was like, you know what they say, big hair means big tushy. I was like, so random. Right. Like, so random. And I should have a bigger tushy then. That's all I gotta say. I got the hair, which hopefully, is it fitting in? I need to scooch down. There we go. Is it in?
I think you're in.
Okay,
yeah, you're in.
All right. So that was pretty, unless you guys have other things, because she always calls me out on
She
stuff.
has it.
She always calls me out
We
on
didn't really
stuff.
talk about Ben that much, but Ben at the funeral.
Oh, at that casket.
Yes,
That
totally.
casket.
Free Wednesdays.
Free Wednesdays.
Totally. That's all right.
But
Yeah, we did.
his little act with the dead corpse, and he's like, oh, they don't know.
Yeah.
Faking
And the shoulders.
The shoulders.
So brilliant.
Yeah.
It was so
great.
And then what did he say? He goes, if it looks believable, don't say it.
Yeah.
What I loved about that casket bit, I think, is if this show was on like a network, on a normal network, I think that it wouldn't have been able to do that.
No.
Yeah.
I think it would
Tickle
have
the
been
corpse.
Tickle the corpse. Or Ben talking to a dead body, ha are my 2 words I have for you.
ABC hates that.
They're not a fan.
So that's why I love that you guys are able
We
to
get
do
away
that.
with a little bit.
Yeah.
It's so refreshing. It's so refreshing that, and we've talked about this before, that like you'll say stuff and I'll be watching, but are they allowed? Oh yeah, they can say that.
Oh
Yeah.
my gosh!
Right.
In one episode, Max came
Oh
up
my
to
God,
me.
yes.
I'm not gonna
The
say
last
it.
one. The last one.
Don't say it. I won't say it. But Max was like, he didn't tell anybody else. Nobody saw him come up to me, and he was like, I want Robin to say this, and it was terrible. And I got scared, and I go, "Are you serious?" And he was like, "I'm dead serious. Just do it. Blame it on me. Blame it on me." And so I did it.
So
and
we're doing the scene, blah, 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 and all of a sudden
and
she
I
says this thing. We're all
called somebody a name, and just about stopped the taping. First of all, I felt the audience, because there's an audience there.
yeah.
I felt them go, like this actress has just lost her mind.
And we were like, yeah,
We all went,
David's lost it.
David's
She's lost
being
it
fired.
bad.
And then we just tried to keep going.
Ashley was like, and he comes up to me and he's like, that didn't work. I'm like, I paid the price for it.
I love it.
But do you remember in the, I forget which episode it was, there was a comment, it was about the AIDS walkathon?
Yeah.
And I think there was like even Ben or something said something like, "Is AIDS still a thing?"
Oh yeah.
And the audience was a little, you know, like to us it was funny, you know, like a little funny. And then Max came over and he was like, "They're afraid of AIDS. We're not. We're going to still do that show." Something to that effect. And I was like, I love these
I
guys.
totally remember that, and I totally remember thinking the exact same thing.
Yeah. They won't shy away from it.
Thank you for going there.
Yeah.
Thank you for doing it.
It's different.
Thank you for not being afraid to tell these jokes.
Right.
And
Yeah,
I think that's why these other sitcoms, like, and I told you guys this, well, you weren't here yet, but she was late.
I'm so sorry. The lanes were closed on the 101, you guys. LA.
She keeps saying that.
I forgot what I was saying.
Sorry. I think we were talking about AIDS.
Yeah.
Right?
I'm pretty sure we're still on AIDS.
When I saw the taping, when I was I was there. Long story. Yes, it's a whole other episode. Watch Deanna's episode, and you'll get the whole explanation of why. I remember thinking how good. Like I kept talking about it to my coworkers at Warner Brothers. I'm like, that's really good. Like it's not even that fake.
It's natural, like the natural.
I'm just trying to even think of what the King of Queens. Like it's okay, got it. Yeah, this is where I laugh. Hit the and I get that it's on the soundtrack, whatever. But it's like this is legit funny stuff.
Yeah.
Nice.
We don't have the rating that TBS does. Stuff. So, but thank you guys. I mean, it's just, and then the other thing I was going to mention was the whole Daniel.
Oh, Danny.
Oh yeah,
When they kept trying to make Danny. And she's like, it is not going to stick. I think it might too.
Do we have any questions?
We have a lot of questions.
All right, let's get to them.
To burn through, if you guys don't mind.
Now let's do it.
Clipped Brazil in particular has been tweeting.
Yes, Brazil. They're
so great.
They're sweet.
They're awesome.
Yeah.
It's so awesome. So here's the first one from them. What is your favorite episode of the show so far?
Oh. I think mine is Go Below. I just love.
Yeah.
I mean, when Betsy,
We loved
when
watching
they're like,
Betsy.
Yeah, you sound like a cartoon dinosaur. Like I could not. I could not. Because Betsy is just the coolest anyway.
Yeah.
Rita is just the coolest.
She's the best, and I love Ryan. And those two together
were just like magic.
Yeah, totally.
I think that's my favorite.
Yeah, me too. Me too.
Great.
Here's another one. The who's the clown on the set? You guys are taping.
Well,
of the three of them?
Of the three of you,
Oh, the four of them, sorry.
or the four of you, and then of the cast in general.
of the four of us, probably, I mean, we're all pretty much cut-ups.
Yeah, we're all kind of doing things for each other all the time.
Says crazy things
Betsy says
quite
crazy
a bit.
Betsy's pretty crazy.
But I will say, outside of us, Matt Cook, he's a troublemaker.
And Matt and Ryan together, they got me in trouble on set all the time. They would out of the blue go, Dana! And people would look at me, and then they got our first AD to do it on the last day of shooting because I was sort of notorious. I'm kind of flighty and do stupid things a lot, even though you're the dumb one on the show.
Well,
but in real life, and so I was always dropping something during like network run-throughs, like, just something dumb. And so those two together would yell my name constantly, take pictures of us when we weren't looking, that weren't flattering. Definitely, Matt Cook and
Trouble.
Ryan.
Matt Cook. It's funny because when you. It's a very weird thing. We've all had parts where we have a lot of lines. We were talking about this earlier. And when we're like, we each have one line to hit, something about that makes you so crazy and nervous. Because you're like, it's one line. There's no way I can blow it because everyone's going to think I'm an idiot. So somehow you put more pressure on yourself for one line than you would if you were like, all right, I have a whole scene.
And
so we would mess up
it every time, for sure. I blew it every time. I probably speak the least because they're like, Dana can't. She's so dumb.
Just have her make a sexual comment and like,
Dana, do this. No, that's what you get. Come on.
I love all your. And I actually was watching your demo reel or something. And you have a lot of things where you pick people up and you make a lot of like thrusts and stuff. I was like, this is a Dana thing.
Maybe it is. Maybe it is.
Congratulations.
Thanks, guys. Professional.
Now, last episode, we were talking about this last week, and that since you're both here, we want to talk. It was last week where you were in your undies.
Yeah,
And I love that Jordana didn't notice.
I didn't.
She didn't even notice that you were in your
catch it.
Well, they were very
super sexy.
It was like a full body spank.
It was. And the shoes were ridiculous.
Weren't they beautiful?
Fancy schmancy.
Now it was just supposed to be you two, or everybody didn't want to do it?
I didn't want to do that. Are you kidding me?
But they also were like Betsy would be like, and I feel like that her character wouldn't have been
there.
Wouldn't be like, I'm not gonna be in my underwear. Like that's her character wouldn't have been there. She'd be like, I go straight from my sweats to like my dress I have to wear.
Maybe this is something they went over with you. I'm just curious. It's just popped in my head. Have you guys, or have they given you a order of oldest to youngest?
Oh, we do. Don't start.
Have I opened a can of worms?
No, we did find out who the youngest was. And
Rhonda's the baby.
Rhonda's the baby. We find out. Well, I'm not going to tell you. Should I tell them? In the final episode, we find out that she went to high school with them.
Okay.
Yeah,
Which made us laugh so hard because we were like, they never hang out with you.
They don't talk to her.
They don't never talk to me about it.
She's not included in
anything. I mean, would you include her?
No. Absolutely not.
We weren't friends. It's fine.
But it was funny to get the script.
And see. And that's what I said. I hope that I hope it just keeps unfolding.
Yeah.
And there's just more.
Well, in the original script, I don't think it said that, right? Because all of a sudden we got this change.
Yeah.
And I was just like, oh, I guess she's the youngest. Apparently she looks like she could be their age. Well, good for her.
Have you thought about it at all? Do you think
they definitely told us that like Betsy's our leader. She's our leader.
Got it.
I'm kind of like the toughie.
Yeah.
And also a little slutty.
We got that.
Lisa's the mom.
I'm the mom. I'm like the caregiver of the group.
And then she's the dum-dum.
Don't say that.
Well,
It's true.
Just
Careful what you say. She has matches and fireworks.
yeah, exactly.
Sitting behind her right now. Look out.
Now, were you guys wigged or did you color your hair?
Wig.
All wigged.
All wigged.
Except for Dana.
Except for you. Okay.
We all, because in the pilot we all have brown hair.
Yeah.
They were wigs too.
Okay.
They were wigs
all
too.
wigged. Yeah.
We were all wigged for that, and then they decided, well, we'll just match Dana's hair. So she
Well, I
never
love
had
that.
to be
In
wigged.
the
I love
scripts,
that
it
they're all
always says unattractive haircut, and we were like, no.
Well, and also especially because mine was real.
Yeah, let's match that unattractive hair to the rest of
And
it.
they're like, let's match it.
Let's do that. They're like, mess them up, make them look like that. And there's a lot of talk about how ugly we are.
Oh, there's so
Very
much
much.
talk about the hair, and we'll do a scene, and we'll all feel kind of cute. Like, sometimes the hair and makeup people would make us kind of.
They like us, so they try.
They like us. They'd make us cute, and then we would do a scene, and they'd all come out, and they'd be like, they'd mess it up because they'd gotten the note like, no, they don't look. Those Doyles look too good.
Yeah.
Make them look terrible. All right.
Oh, it's great. And we only saw the bar in one episode. Is that right, or did we see it in two?
You're going to see it in the. You'll see it in the last.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I say we haven't seen
Our dad's
the bar.
bar.
Again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hope more takes place there.
Yeah, the bar's fun.
Gotta go back to the bar.
There's so many great places. Like we talked about how I love the roof. I love the tattoo
place.
parlor.
Yeah.
Everything. There's just like
AJ's apartment.
AJ's apartment is genius.
There's a scoreboard in it.
And you know what? I finally saw his tattoo. Is that real?
Yeah.
Oh.
42.
42.
Yeah.
I know. I was like, I finally saw it. Every episode, I'm like, what is it? What is it?
Yeah.
And I saw it, and it's baseball, right? Isn't
Yeah.
it the
That wasn't his
Jackie
reason.
Robinson.
Jackie
Yeah.
Robinson?
It is Jackie Robinson.
And I'm gay,
Yeah.
and I knew that. Thank you.
Wait, so it is a real tattoo.
Yeah.
Oh,
Tattoo.
okay.
Yeah.
That's great. That's great. I wondered. The first couple, I was like, well, if they're showing it, it obviously isn't anything, offensive.
Right.
Yeah.
So then when I saw it was 42, I was like, wait, that's the baseball
works
player.
for the baseball.
Yeah, it totally does.
Ironic.
Any more questions in the chat room?
There's one more. What is your favorite part about being a Doyle sister?
Oh, easy, hands down. These girls. Yeah. We have a blast together. Like we travel in a pack.
Yeah.
We are all in one trailer.
We all have our own, but we all.
We are in one.
Yeah.
But we all hang out in one.
Yes.
I love
Yeah.
it.
And so when they come looking for us to tell us, they'll like try.
Yeah.
And then we're like, hey,
It's like a
there they
clown
all
car.
are. Yeah, it's like a clown car.
Or if you get separated, like the girls would have to go up to a different place to get their wigs and make them. So I went somewhere different.
Right,
And I was always like, I'm without my Doyle. And then if I went to set, I was like, where's the Doyle? Where's the Doyle?
And they have to tell you that's rare.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is rare.
Yeah.
Because, I don't know, it's just for women.
Did you guys know anyone worked together prior to this?
Yeah,
I
I
knew Dana.
had worked with each of them individually.
Individually.
We'd all
But-
worked with Dana.
Yes, but I don't think some of you guys
I didn't know
have
her.
worked
I didn't know
together.
Betsy. Yeah.
Yeah.
I had an idea of something to do
Okay.
for me to test you two.
Oh, Lord.
Shoot.
I kind of created like
I'm nervous.
a little game called Guess Which Doyle.
Oh.
And I did some research, and hopefully my research is right. Because now I'm getting worried right now. I'm like, oh shit, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I didn't
pressure.
read well. But I just thought I could test you guys, and then we can find out more about these three. I'm gonna tell you something, a fun fact,
Tell
and you
me.
have to tell me which.
Is it a fun fact about a Doyle or a fun fact
Or
about the
about
actor?
the real people.
Oh, the actor.
Okay.
Oh, this
Now
is
I'm
fun.
just as nervous as you are.
Really quick, let's just say we get a little confused when we're watching.
No doubt.
Because everybody looks
What?
alike.
Wigs all red. And
I know.
I know them all.
And then they dress us the
But-
same.
Yeah.
That makes
So-
it
Yeah.
worse.
But I sit at home and I study and I go,
studies you
okay.
guys.
And then I look at your IMDb pages. I'm like, okay, yeah, that one. That one.
nice.
And then your Twitter says Rosalie, so I
Right.
always knew.
yeah.
I always got that, so that always helps me. But enough about me. All right, are you guys ready for a little quiz?
Yes.
Oh.
Okay, whoever raises.
You can't
Look up the answer.
I'm not cheating.
No, don't Google.
I'm not cheating.
Well, these you probably won't find on Google.
I promise.
All right, so which of these three lovely ladies,
Okay.
and hopefully this is right, actually let Ashley Tisdale cut their real hair?
Lisa.
Krista.
Those are your final
What do I
answers?
say? Yeah. What did you
Final
call it?
answers? You say Lisa,
Yeah.
and you say Krista.
Yes.
And will the real Doyle sister raise her hand?
How did it turn out?
And
Horrible.
I was saying, it said that you never let her do it again.
Oh my gosh, no. She did an interview about it even. Like, she told me in the chair, she was like, look, we went to school for the, like, we had some classes. She's like, honestly, I'm just going to cut off those dead ends. And I was like, I mean, okay. So the next time I went to my hairstylist, she was like, Dana, what happened to your hair? And I had to say, I let Ashley Tisdale cut my hair at work.
Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's so awesome.
Did she leave it like all uneven?
Oh,
Was
yeah.
it awful?
Yeah, it was real chopped up.
But
back
she
there,
didn't realize until her stylist saw it too. Yeah.
I walked around like that for a while.
And she felt terrible. She was like,
Yeah,
oh, I'm so sorry.
Now, I saw Mike had a bandage on his hand during this episode. Is that he's the one who cut himself too?
Yeah,
is that
he cut
from
himself,
that? Okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
I noticed that. I got the eye. Right, ready for your next question?
Yes.
Next test. Okay, which of these beautiful ladies drove the family car through their house on the first day of driving?
Dana.
Lisa.
And will the real Doyle sister raise her hand?
I didn't know that. You and I have, of course, a similar story.
Are you
then.
serious?
Yes.
I got my driver's permit, and my mom pulled up at the high school, and I came out waving it. I was like, I got it. We went to the grocery store. We went to the post office.
With you driving?
With me driving. And I drove home. I pulled into the driveway. I mixed up the gas and the brake.
Yeah.
I hit the gas and drove right through the living room.
Oh my god.
You go to her website, you can see a photo.
Thank God it wasn't the post office. That's
I
like a
know.
federal offense. Right?
See? I'm sure anything related to the post
It
office
was still
would be.
really bad.
Yeah.
Oh my God. It's funny now,
I'm
but
sure
was it
her family
like...
thought that too, whenever
Yeah,
it happened.
It was awful.
It was awful.
It was awful.
were
I
like,
burst
"Thank
into
goodness."
tears. My mom cried. My sister. We all just sat there crying, and I couldn't pull it
But your
out.
brother was laughing.
My brother came out of the house laughing. He had been watching TV, and he was like,
Man.
I couldn't pull it out, so we left it in the house until my dad got home, and he just came in and pulled it out of the house.
Oh my God.
God.
So my story is that I was taking my driving test, and they were like, just back up along the curb, you know, for however long, whatever. So I'm backing up, and I just start to go up onto the sidewalk, and I don't know how to get out of it. So I just keep going, as if like, this'll fix itself.
Yeah.
And then I'm getting into the woods, and there's like trees, and I just keep going. I'm like, figure it out. It's rural where I live. And finally the guy goes, do you want to stop now? I'm like,
Oh my God.
I was going to say he didn't stop.
I want to stop. And he was probably like, how long will she go until she's like, this didn't work?
Oh my
Like, if you just go up on the curb, you'll pass.
Yeah.
If you went into the woods, you're done.
I'll figure it out. I'll figure it out.
I love that I think I'm the real life dum-dum. And you
I know. So bad.
Oh my gosh.
All right, let's do one more question for you guys.
Okay.
All right. I hope this is right. I hope it's right. Which of these beautiful ladies has appeared on Modern Family?
Oh my god. I'm gonna say
Krista.
Dana.
And will the real Doyle sister? Two of them.
There's
That's
no,
a trick
not
question.
me, not me.
Two of them.
No, she was just cheering.
She was
I was
cheering,
just
yeah.
cheering.
Saying
It was a
that.
trick question.
got
It was a
it.
trick
Yeah.
question.
It was a trick question.
I didn't.
Yes.
I didn't get any of them.
No.
Oh,
not a
man.
one. Not a one.
Oh.
What did
Not
you
a-
do?
I played the mom.
Sydney's mom.
Sydney's mom, the mom of a kid that played with Cam, and
Lily.
Lily.
Yeah, that was the
cute.
when Lily was had the friend that was real smart.
smarter than her.
And she was.
I played him up.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Nice.
One more.
One more.
Let's do
Okay.
another one. I have to get one right.
Okay. Which of these lovely ladies was on Mom?
Krista.
Lisa.
Will the real Doyle sister raise her hand? Another trick question.
How dare you?
So you got it right though. You were one of them. Right. Yeah. Both. And it was so funny because I saw yours on your reel and I was like, oh my god, that totally was her. I justified it. Oh goodness. So what if you could pick? What's your dream for your Doyle? If you get to pick
Doyle dream.
your favorite, what you want, Rosalie, what would be Rosalie's dream? To continue in Clipped,
In Clipped, in the world of Clipped.
I would love this to happen to Rosalie.
Wow.
You two get ready because you're next.
Oh my god, you guys, I should have thought about this. Okay, I would like it if Rosalie met a man. I would like her to reunite with her husband. She was married, we found out.
That's right. That's right.
And I think it'd be fun for her to reunite with him.
Gotcha.
And I want him to move into the Doyle house with everybody.
Oh, how fun!
And then the parents will die.
Whoa!
Listen, it won't be sad, but it'll be okay. And then
Tension.
and then me and my new husband will be in charge of the Doyle house.
Oh God, that is
that weird?
Nightmare.
Is that weird? It got weird. And then we'll be in charge of you and you. Me and my husband. You'll be like our children.
That is terrible.
All right, Krista, what is your dream for Rhonda?
My dream is very similar.
The dumb virgin.
In that I just need us to be together, to get married and have babies, and all live together as one big happy family.
Yeah.
We still have to stay in the same house.
Yeah. I don't want to live in the same house with you guys. I live
It doesn't
next
matter.
door.
That's my dream. So you have.
I have my own dream of having my house next door.
We're going to be over all the time.
And also, Robin wants to sleep with a lot of men
Yeah.
A lot of men.
and boss them around.
Yes.
And then probably to own the bar for sure. And then maybe hire some better waitresses.
But you and I make a good team behind the bar.
We do.
I get to
Yeah.
stick around, maybe.
We do.
I'm the cocktail waitress.
Yeah,
you
she's
guys are the
terrible.
bartender.
Yeah, we bartend.
We do shots of
I can
tea.
only carry one drink at a time. If you watch me, I can only do one. Even if I'm serving 3 people, I have to go back.
Back and forth. And keeps getting one.
Yeah.
That's the most fun.
As a cocktail waiter, it just comes with time.
Yeah.
You'll get there.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
You'll get there.
But
Thank
that's the
you.
most fun. As a side, like no one knows what we're saying in the background, but in the background, I'm like, get it together. You need to be able to carry 2 drinks.
We totally have that conversation.
We have moments, and then she'll like get another one.
And Betsy just cleans the hot dog maker.
Yeah.
She's back there
like-
wiping down, or she'll carry the same boxes back and forth.
Yeah.
Speaking of Betsy, since she wasn't here to join us, would you like to send a message to your sister, Betsy?
Oh, Betsy, we love you.
We love you, Betsy.
We miss you. I'm sure she's being hilarious.
Yeah, she's
Tonight in her
performing and
show.
being really funny.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
love her, and we miss you.
Well, we hope
bossing
that
us
she can
around.
come next time because we want you guys to come back every season.
Okay.
And you live around the corner, so you have no excuse.
I live right around the corner. That's why I was late.
For her 8 o'clock meeting.
I know. I told them about your
Welcome to Hollywood. That's how you get a part on Clip.
late night meetings.
All right, just a little quick news and gossip before we go. Are we gonna get it? There it is. Sometimes we get the cues.
Gossip sound.
What do you got, Mark?
I just want to give a quick little mention here because we got a email email today about some exciting stuff for the finale, which is next week. I can't give too much out, I was told, but I can say that we're planning something very big for the finale episode. Maybe some other faces, maybe some reoccurring faces. We'll see. But you have to stay tuned and make sure you follow all of us on Twitter and Instagram and Facebook and all that good stuff and AfterBuzz TV so that we can tell you what that's going to be when we're allowed to.
Very exciting. Very exciting.
I hate
it is not, contrary to popular belief, that Mark is the fifth Doyle sister.
It is not.
Is it?
I was going to bring my red wig. I was
You can be. What? You can be. You are.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm blushing.
Maybe you could be my husband.
It's not going to be believable, but let's
I feel like it might work out perfect.
There's the whole storyline. I mean, you know, Mo's mom and dad.
Oh my gosh.
It's a trend.
Yeah.
So true.
Yeah.
All right, let's go around the room and let's tell everybody where we can find everybody on social media. Let's start with our beautiful ladies over here. If you want people to follow you and find you.
Yeah, sure.
In
I'm
the
on
Twitter
Twitter
sphere.
at Dana Powell 491, and I'm on Instagram at Dana Powells.
Dana Powell's.
Lovely.
I'm on Twitter at Flanagan Crista.
Oh, mixing it up.
Oh, and I have a website, CristaFlanagan.com.
It's hysterical. You need to go look at her website. That's where I got a lot of her information. And she likes radishes.
I love them.
I don't know why. I don't know why either.
Salt them?
Yeah. I used to do that when I was little. Salt the radishes. Yeah.
I love them. I like judging her. That's what I like.
That is her Twitter handle. Judging Crista.
Yeah, judging Crista. I'm going to create that. Like, just comment on you. I think my Twitter's just my name, Lisa
Yes.
Schurga.
You don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't, since I made it, I don't know. It's just what it is. So Twitter is Lisa Schurga, and then Instagram is Schurga Snaps.
Schurga Snaps.
Sugar snaps.
Yeah, isn't that
Awesome.
clever?
I like it.
Snaps.
Oh, Grandma Lisa, you're so great.
Because you snap it.
And you too.
You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at The Only Camshaft.
And you can find me on Instagram and on Twitter at Jordana_Morfin.
And you can find me on Instagram and Twitter at Lorraine Love, LORAYNELOVE. Google it if you want to figure out why. And you can find me on Facebook.com/the Mark J Freeman. Thank you guys again so much. This has been building up because we've been saying every week we want the Doyles, we want the Doyles, we want the Doyles, and we want a spin-off. After the successful 7 to 8 year run of Clipped, then we want a spin-off.
Absolutely.
I want you guys to have work for at least the next 16 years.
That would be great.
That's the plan.
Thank you.
I'm on board.
And I will continue tweeting about that. I will do my part in that
Thank you.
feat.
Thank you.
So thank you guys so much for being here. We appreciate you staying up past your bedtime.
It's going to be rough.
And stay tuned and keep watching us to find out what's going to happen next week for the finale of Clipped on TBS. Thank you guys so much.
Thank you. Yay.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the host only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.